2:39, Saturday, March 7th.
Hello, Northwest Lineman College. My name is Jeremy Kolbach, and today I'm going to show you how to safely ascend and descend utility pole. I just want to thank you first for the opportunity to make this video for you. A couple things I want to go over first would be your PPE. We got to make sure you have a hard hat, safety glasses, long sleeve shirt, gloves, pants, and boots with a metal shank. The equipment we have today, we're going to go over first is our my climbers. We have a Buckingham double Velcro set. A couple things you want to go check first is do an overall visual inspection. What we're going to look for is first on the C-pad. I want to just check the Velcro, make sure there's no abrasions, cuts, tears, anything that would possibly hinder the ability to safely climb and work on the pole. You want to check for rust, make sure there's no rust. And the actual gaff itself, just want to make sure that it's fully fastened. And you just want to check the sharpness of the gaff itself. You want them sharp, but you don't want them too sharp. Next we have my belt. I have a Buckingham Super Squeeze and the Buckingham Flat Strap Secondary Safety. Same with the gaffs, you just want to do a visual inspection as well. You want to look on the inside here, make sure you don't see any red. If you see any red, it would indicate time to get a new belt. This one's still pretty new. Same with the yellow flat strap, same thing. Looking at your belt too, just want to go over all the straps, all the leather, make sure it's not ripped, torn, anything that would, like I said, hinder your ability to safely climb the pole. I'm going to get dressed up here, and then I'll show you how to use the Buckingham Super Squeeze, the ability to keeps you fastened to the pole if you were to fall. And then we'll do our pole checks first, and then we'll get there in a second. When you put on your gaffs, you kind of want to pull your pants up a little bit so they don't get caught. When you're climbing, your pants tend to move. When you tighten your straps, you want them snug but not too snug. And same thing around the ankle. Tight but not too tight. When you do put on your belt, placement for the belt is just on your hips. You want it to be comfortable. So you can work, not too high, not too low, and snug enough where if you were to gaff out, it's not going to, you're not going to fall through the belt. Before you climb a pole though, a couple things you want to check for. First is the pole brand. If you come over here, you'll see right here. You see the pole brand about 2.5 feet out the ground. And our poles, I guess all poles, it's on 65 feet and below, the pole brand's at 10 feet. At above 65, it's at 13 feet. This one's about 2-3 feet out of the ground. So you would assume it's 7 feet in the ground. So this one is set to depth. Once you verify it's set to depth, what we're going to do is give it a sound check. So use your hammer, hitting. This would indicate if the pole is hollow. It sounds pretty good. So I would say this was okay to climb. Before you do climb up though, you want to look at the pole. You want to give it a visual inspection, see what's going on up top. You want to look at the wires, make sure the wires in there are the insulators. Any equipment or apparatus on the pole would be in good working condition where nothing would hinder your safety to climb and work on the pole. And lastly, when you get on a pole, each pole has 4 different quadrants. You want to pick that quadrant that would allow you to climb the pole with the least amount of obstructions. In this case, it'll be this quadrant, and that'll tell you where to put your gaffs in as well. Normally, when you get to the pole and you put your belt around the pole, you want it kind of at chest level. Unfortunately, I have a little comm box in the back, so I'm going to go a little bit higher, which is why this might look a little weird. But I'll adjust it in a second. First thing you want to check for when you put your gaffs in the pole, they're designed to be in the pole at about a 30-degree angle. If they're higher than that, lower than that, you're either going to gaff out or it's going to be uncomfortable to climb. If you're too far back, like I said, it's uncomfortable. If we're too close in, the gaff is going to come right out of the pole. When you climb up, you want to get yourself into a good working position, a climbing position. To do that, I like to get my elbow in my gut and my fist against the pole, and that's going to keep it at a good, that's going to keep my body at a good distance where the gaffs are in the proper angled degree. I'm not too far back, and I'm not too forward where I'm not going to fall out and gaff out. In the instant where you do gaff out, though, I'll show you how the belt's designed. If you come down, you'll see that the belt is completely surrounded around the pole, and it's going to hold me up. You're only going to fall a foot or two if you're climbing properly. So the whole point of these new belts is the total protection. Totally encompasses the pole. If you do gaff out, though, you just want to push yourself off, get a foot or two in the pole, collect yourself, make sure you're good to go, and like I said, just double check yourself, and you'll be on your way. Before you do climb, you always want to be looking up, looking at obstructions, looking at what you're going to be climbing into, looking at freeways so you know where to gaff or where not to gaff. Always be looking up so you're aware of your minimum approach distance, just so that you're always knowing what's going on ahead of you. I'll go up a little bit and I'll do a little spin around for you. There you go. Once I get up top to the phone, I'll use my secondary belt and show you. I'll try to do as minimal talking to be kind of loud. You want to use your secondary belt just to transfer over obstacles. You want to always be climbing with your primary belt. Once you get to an obstacle, use your secondary belt to go around the bolt, the guy wire, whatever it is. Then you use that to transfer. Once you're secure in your secondary belt, you'll take off your primary belt. Throw it then above the obstruction, above your secondary belt. Clip back in, and you'll be on your way. So I'll demonstrate that up there, but it might be hard to hear. Like I said, once you get to your obstruction, in this case with a guy wire, you'll take your secondary belt, go around the pole, above the obstruction, clip in, tie yourself up, which will then loosen your primary belt. You're then able to take it off, bring it above the obstruction, clip back in, and then you can remove your secondary belt and be on your way. Now coming down, same thing, just reverse order. You get to your obstruction, using your secondary belt. You always want to make sure you belt above the obstruction with your secondary belt. Then it'll allow you to take off your primary belt and then belt below the obstruction. And clip back in. Again, using the two-belt method is the safest method to keep you in the pole at all times. That's about it. Again, thank you for the opportunity, Northwest Lineman College. Look forward to seeing you soon.